Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Welcome to The Courtney Show. It's here again.
It's back.
It's back. You know, some days you're not ready and you just got to go.
Is today's one of those
not
days?
Ready.
Oh, okay.
I was running down the hallway.
Papers flying behind you.
Everywhere over here. I'm just like,
you're like a Dilbert cartoon.
Here we go. We're doing this. So yeah, Courtney's off today, taking a couple days off vacation. She's in New Orleans. She will be back on Tuesday. Tim, obviously, you know, we've talked about it multiple times, but I know there's always questions. Out on paternity leave. He'll be back on Monday. So far this morning, you got old boys, OG old boys. But there was talk of possibly
Mark Klose
popping in today.
And when Mark Klose is in, we call ourselves the back row. The back row old boys.
Yeah. I was going to think of the even older boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see if he stops by today. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm in a rush. I'm in a fog. I'm tired of.
Well, you've been sick.
I know. And I'm tired of that being such a prevalent part of like my day. You know,
being in a fog?
Yeah, just I'm not sick anymore, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I don't want to. I just want to be done with this.
With the sickness.
I want to be fine, and I'm just not 100% fine. It's bothering me.
That's a bummer when it kind of it takes days to get better because it's so nice. Like, obviously, COVID is horrible, but when I had COVID, you'd feel terrible for days and days and days, and then you just sort of wake up one day and feel better.
Yeah.
And that's one of the greatest feelings, I think, in life is when you're sick and then you feel better and you're just like, I am invincible.
Yeah, you're like, this is what it's like to feel normal.
It sucks being sick. It sucks feeling bad. But when you get better and you feel, it gives you perspective on how good it feels to not feel sick.
Yeah. I take a nap every day, part of the routine of the show. And when I woke up, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what day it was.
Yeah.
Like it was the best I had slept in probably a week, almost a week. And it just so happened that like I could breathe.
Did you let yourself wake up naturally?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
And it just...
When you do a nap, do you usually be like, all right, I'm just doing it for an hour? Or do you always just...
No, I know if I don't have to wake up, I don't set an alarm or anything. I just sleep as long as I possibly can. And I didn't have anything I had to do last night. And so I was like, I'm just going to sleep and let it happen. And I did not wake up. I don't think I moved. But it was the first time I could breathe. I got a brief moment of time there where I could breathe completely through my nose.
Breathe again. Breathe again.
So I woke up. Alex came in. She's like, are you awake? I said, yes.
Yeah. I listened to Dave Holmes's podcast, the MTV one.
Oh, really? Because he was fantastic. In this week, and I totally missed that interview.
He was in. He was great when he was in. He was really, really fun. I wish we had more time with him. And he missed a Hollywood Outsider, which would have been really fun, by a few minutes. And but he was great. And then I started listening to the podcast, and I was, I'm not great at listening to podcasts, but I was hooked immediately. And it's all about the kind of the rise and fall of MTV. And he takes you through all of it. And he takes you, and he like has interviews with some key people, but they play the music. I was like, oh, how are they going to do this without playing the music? And they got the rights to the music. They play the music.
No way.
It's not like they're like playing full songs, but like you get the, he starts talking about, Nirvana, and you get a little hint of Nirvana. And so it's like, it's really nice. And then he's great and funny. And, he's from St. Louis, so we're all stoked about that. But it's really, really good.
So is the whole thing already like out there? And you just go back and find the first one?
I think there's like 2 episodes that haven't come out yet. And I think it's like this week and next week, and then it's over.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And is that what he was, what was he promoting? That?
He was promoting that, yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what he was doing in St. Louis. I mean, he was promoting it around town, but he flew out that day. But man, he's great. Just great.
Yeah, I was bummed that I missed him coming in. Well, we've got a big show lined up for you today. Mark Klose may be stopping by at some point. We've got all the other Friday fun that you'd expect. Survey Says coming up this morning. I think we got some randos, a little bit of numbers. What else? Oh, Survey Says. Did I mention that? Yeah, Survey Says. And a game. I did not do a Friday song for today, but I got a game that we're going to play that is timely, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. And if you can, if you want to contribute to the show, we love reading your texts. You can always text us on the Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday. The best things we saw yesterday is brought to you by Beauty and Wellness on Olive, your one-stop medical spa plus more. See them at beautyandwellnessonolive.com. I think I found several things last night.
Oh, good.
Let's see what I got. This is from Henpecked Hal. It's always funny. It said, my 6-year-old just got back from visiting our elderly neighbor and said, I told her we'd bring her some fresh-baked cookies when they're ready. I informed her that we weren't making any fresh-baked cookies today, and she said, oh, I guess we kind of have to now, don't we? Reminded me of the lemonade.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I thought.
like, dang it, now we got to cook it. Now we got to make cookies. This is, let's see. Oh, I got 2 things that I saw, not necessarily funny, but we're pretty excited about the fact that Sue is coming to the St. Louis Science Center. So it's the Tyrannosaurus Rex model that they have at the Field Museum in Chicago.
Oh, cool.
They have the real one there, and then they have like a replica of it that I guess tours, and it's going to be at the Science Center. They go on sale, let's say, they go on sale May 8th, but I think it'll be there this summer. So I think we're going to go visit Sue at some point.
Visit Sue?
Yeah, because we enjoyed seeing Sue. Speaking of visiting, someone visited yesterday the Missouri History Museum. So we talked yesterday about they've got that new exhibit about the World's Fair, and it's opening next week, and they had like a VIP premiere, I guess, yesterday, and John Goodman was there.
All right, Goodman. Yeah. Go get him.
He came to town just to check it out, and so the Missouri History Museum posted the picture of him in town, and I guess
if it's good enough for Goodman.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, where was my invitation?
Yeah,
because we saw it the other day. Courtney and I did, but
maybe you guys went to the VVIP.
I guess,
and
but
he was just a regular VIP.
I wanted to be there when I just wanted to be at the VIP so I could hang out with John Goodman and get his thoughts on everything. Let's see, and I've got another one. This is from Mrs. J. Parker. She said, my 5-year-old was bragging to his brother about how he does the highest flips on the trampoline. I'm not sure where he gets his need to be better than other people, but he's mistaken because I'm the highest flipper. And this is from Ryan Fish. He says, once you break the 200-calorie mark on your coffee order, you have to understand something. You don't like coffee, you like milkshakes.
Yeah.
Which is true. There should be almost nothing in coffee. Like, I just put sweetener in, so that's, I know sweetener's not great for you. And then I'll put in like a little bit of creamer.
Right.
So I'm still.
But that's coffee snob's big thing is like people, it's not really coffee that people are drinking.
Yeah. Like my everyday coffee is just sweetener. And then on the weekend or something or in the afternoon, I'll be like, I'm going to put a little creamer in and spruce it up a little and have a little fun. But yeah, if you're getting a coffee that's got 400 calories in it, like that's not coffee anymore.
I think my dad drinks black coffee. And I think my brother Curran does too.
Oh, really?
I think they do.
My grandma drank coffee every day, and it was always black coffee.
That just seems insane.
And she would make coffee like in the morning and just have a pot. And then if it got cold, she would just warm it up in the microwave, like just drink that same coffee all day. And I'm like,
that
oh, that's
can't be.
gross. And then I do the same thing. I'll just keep, if I make a big coffee, like I'm not making more coffee. I'll just reheat this. It's fine. I just want the heat
Is it
and
fine?
the caffeine. It's fine. Look, it doesn't taste that great to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
What, it tastes worse? It's already bad.
Who cares if it tastes worse? All right, I got a few things. And then have you seen this Kirstie Alley thing that's...
No.
Oh, my God. So Nikki sent it to me last night. It's the craziest. It's so crazy. It's an interview. I don't even know if I should play it. But it's like, it's crazy. I'm going to read some tweets before.
So this is an interview that she did?
It's an interview that she did. First, I'm going to read some tweets and then see if I get to a place where I feel like I should play it. But it's insane. All right, this one's from somebody named Caparillo, and they said, "You let them shenan once, they gon' shenan again." I didn't read that great. My patience is basically like a gift card. Not sure how much is left on it, but we can give it a try. And then this is from yesterday. This is from a movie. I think it's like, I don't know if it's Miss Congeniality. Describe your perfect. It's somebody at a beauty pageant.
Miss Congeniality.
So it's from yesterday.
Yes.
And I think it's a brilliant joke.
It's a great joke.
So it's like somebody's asking like a Miss America or a Miss whatever contestant. They're asking questions and they go, describe your perfect date. And the girl goes, that's a tough one. Because I'd have to say April 25th because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
That's the best things we saw yesterday. Brought to you by Beauty and Wellness on Olive. We've got Food Court coming up. It is the Courtney-less Courtney Show on the Art.
You can do it!
I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beach? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
We got those contestants lined up. They're ready to play. Diane in Overland, I'm going to be playing for you. Joanne in Edwardsville, Chris is playing for you. And Jane in St. Genevieve, she's got Tim playing for her this morning. On the line, we've got a pair of tickets to go see Train and REO Speedwagon when they come to the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater July 16th.
Throwback Live is brought to you by Madison County Fireman's Bingo Hall. Win a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. Afton.
Hi.
Not part of the copy.
What are we on?
He's like, I'm going to give this the least.
Friday. Backward songs on Friday.
We're on NPR for a second.
Yeah. It is Backward Song Friday. So for your throwback clips today, Marty's going to play backward songs. You're going to ring in with these sounds. Brando, Chris, and Tim. All right, you ready? Question 1. Name this backward song title or artist. Brando.
In Excess.
NXS is correct. All right, question 2. Name this backward song title or artist. Brando?
Pat Benatar?
No. Who was second?
Me.
Tim?
Joan Jett.
Correct. We've also accepted Sunday Night Football. Question 3. Name this backward song title or artist. Brando?
Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
That is correct.
Rick Darren, right?
Yes, that's correct. Okay, 2 points, Brando. 1 point, Tim. Question 4. Name this backward song title or artist. Chris?
Was it Bobby Palmer?
No. Brando was second?
Yeah, Brando.
I need to get better at the second place person.
Run DMC.
That's correct. With 3 points, that's a Brando win.
Yay! And that's also a Diane in Overland win. Congratulations, Diane.
Fantastic. I love it.
She's so excited. I think she dropped her phone. Diane, you got a pair of tickets to go see Train and REO Speedwagon July 16th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Tickets for that show are on sale now. You can find all the ticket details and a bonus chance to win free tickets for the show right now, either at 1065thearch.com or just go to your Arch mobile app. So, Diane, hold on. I'm going to get some information from you. We'll get you hooked up with those tickets. We will play Throwback Live again next week with a brand new ticket on The Courtney Show on 1065 The Arch.
Courtney Show.
Randos. All right, we called an audible here because Nikki's on her way in, and I've got a little game to play, and it'd be a lot more fun with more than just Chris playing. So we're going to move that down a little bit and bumped up randos, so we'll do some random stories for you right here, where there would normally be a Finally Friday song. No Finally Friday song this week. I don't quite have the right voice going. I'm all nasally, so I didn't want to subject you to that garbage. But I do have some stories. Somebody put together a list of things everyone does but never talks about. So some of these are pretty funny. It's like when you get a call from a weird number and you Google it to see like you're a detective. Like, I'm going to figure out who's calling me.
Oh, yeah.
Who is this coming from? And it's usually just like spam. So this is a very airport specific one. You fly so much, you probably don't do this. I don't fly that much, and I do it every single time. It says, when your flight doesn't board for an hour and you need to eat something, but you walk to your gate first just to make sure it's there and then go get food. I do it every time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to know where it is.
Yes. And I want to
make sure I'm in the right place. You want to see
the name
place.
of the city on there. Yeah.
Like, I just want to make sure that, am I in the right place?
Yeah.
And then, okay, now, and I've got time. Like, I'm not in a hurry. Usually I'm there early. You're more in a hurry because you're getting there, like, walk in and get right on the plane.
Right then.
I'm there way early. Just says, one pocket holds your phone, the other holds everything else. I don't put anything else in my phone pocket.
That's one thing I wish I would have done at a very young age, which is like, they should like teach you where you keep things in your pockets or something, or just at least say like, hey, standardize this. Like, put this here and this there. And I also think I had a new invention for somebody that has like ADHD or something, where you can access pockets, either pocket with either hand. Because have you ever tried to get into the left pocket with your right hand and you've got like something in your left hand?
Oh, you can't do it.
It's so hard. So I think people who like, because I put my keys, it's william-nilliam. It's like,
oh, really?
Keys will go I'll just put it wherever I feel like putting it in the moment. And so sometimes it'll be like keys, headphones, wallet, like everything in one pocket. And then I'm like, oh, I got to change this around. But I never know where my car keys are. I'm like, okay, so now where are they? And so I wish somebody would have been like, just standardize this. And I've tried even as an adult to be like, all right, I'm always putting my keys in here.
My keys are always in my right pocket because I'm right-handed. And if I'm going to use a key to open a door, it's my right hand. So
it's smart.
Boom.
It's
just
smart.
like that. Start the car. Keys are in the right hand.
I can't tell you how many times I think I have a wrist problem because I'm like, oops, I gotta get.
And then my phone is my left pocket because if I'm doing anything on my phone, I'm holding it in my left hand. Why do we hold it? Do you do that too? Do you hold your phone in your non-dominant hand whenever you mess around with it? You use it.
I try to switch it up, but I think I'm mostly on the right.
I always have my phone in my left hand.
Yeah.
And then I'm either using my thumb or I'm tapping with my finger. But it's always in my left hand.
You should get a stylus.
Just a log.
Yeah, nice.
I want a stylus with a feather on the end.
Do you remember when that episode of The Simpsons, I think, where Homer got really, really fat? He had to use like a pencil with a poker to like dial numbers.
No,
I think that existed. I don't know. Maybe I made it up.
It says when you need a specific item in a grocery store, but somebody's standing in front of it, so you pretend to shop nearby for something else until they move. I just did that the other day, and like for some reason I won't just reach across and grab it. Like, it feels so rude, and it's like nobody owns this aisle.
I'll reach across if people are lingering too long.
Yeah.
Because if somebody was like having a conversation in a horrible part of the grocery store the other day, and I was just like you had to get through there.
I need that cantaloupe.
And then I lingered for a long time because I'm trying to switch up my yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just stood in front of the aisle and just looked at all of these things. and two people were behind me and were having a conversation. I was just like, oh, they're having a conversation.
No, were they hovering?
They were waiting because as soon as I went away, they went in and I was like, oh, I'm the jerk.
You were the person.
I was the bad guy.
I'm slow like that. I get real picky on like, what's the best deal and is this the right amount that I need?
But I've got
it drives Alex crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't be lingering too long when other people are looking for things.
But I'm trying to be aware if somebody's nearby, like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. You know,
that's how I was. I was like, oh, they're just here for the conversation, but they were here for the yogurt.
You held them up.
Bad guy alert.
And then one more. We've talked about this. When you walk into a store and you're there for something specific and they don't have it, especially like at a grocery store or like a Target or something or Walmart, and you leave and without buying anything, you feel like you're shoplifting. Like you feel the need to tell someone like, you did not have the item that I was looking for.
I did this.
I am not a thief.
Nikki's here. Do you want me to go get her or should we wait till Randos is over?
Oh, we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
I got like just a couple more. Today is Arbor Day. They call it National Arbor Day today. Isn't that? I thought it was just Arbor Day. But anyway, they say a couple things you can do today. You can plant a tree. You can take a hike in the woods.
Or plant a tree.
Or just not print. Like, just don't print anything today.
Oh, yeah.
Just try not to print anything because that helps. There's a new trend for gardeners that you'll think is gross. You pee on your stuff instead of use fertilizer, but they say you have to dilute it beforehand.
Okay, that's
It's like a legitimate thing, but it's gross. I don't know.
Happen.
You shouldn't do that. And a 22-year-old woman in Michigan, she just graduated from nursing school, and they pin you whenever you're a nurse. There's like a traditional pinning that they do when you become a nurse. Well, she got her pin from another nurse. Her name is Sarah, and she was the nurse that took care of her when she was a preemie 22 years ago.
Well, look at this.
Hey, there she is.
It's Glaze time.
Good morning.
Can you come over here?
Turning on microphones.
Porky's chair.
Yeah, you're in the hot seat.
Hot seat. What's up? What are we talking about? Strong opinions?
No, we're not talking
Randos?
Strong opinions.
Where are we at?
We're doing randos, actually. Yeah.
Are we in randos?
We're in randos.
What's happening?
Well, we talked about how it's Arbor Day today, so you can plant
What does
a
that
tree.
mean?
It's all about trees.
Okay.
Wasn't Earth Day like a few days ago?
Yeah, I don't think they should be so
Let's
close.
give up on it. Like it's
The Earth?
Just the Earth?
it's gone. It's like, what is this? Earth Day was popular. Arbor Day, and we are giving up on it. And by every other day of the year, we don't.
Right.
And even on those days, we're not doing anything. Earth Day used to be like a big deal.
Yeah, we
Remember in
loved
the
it.
90s, we were trying to save the rainforest and whales. Like that was our biggest problem.
Yeah.
Well, it was so much
Now we
easier.
don't even think about those things.
It was so much easier to save the Earth in the 90s because it was like you just pick up trash.
Yeah, that's all.
You don't run the water too long, and you save the Earth. And
I
then,
was picking up trash all through college.
well,
and you just wear shirts that say "Save the Rainforest."
yeah, and then you find out that oh no, the Earth is really in trouble and it's really hard to fix.
Yeah,
We
and
can't
you just
turn
dine
the
at
water off.
Rainforest Cafe, and they donate 0.0001% to Rainforest Conservation.
They saved one frog.
I love that Rainforest Cafe is now like I saw one the other day that was under construction, just had a bunch of bulldozers in the mall, and I was like, this is the most accurate Rainforest Cafe I've ever seen. It was literally a concrete
It's being
and just dust.
deforested.
Yeah.
Well, Nikki, thank you so much for coming in. We got to get to a break here, but I want to talk to you about your adventures all across the world, it seems like, and then your big show coming up tomorrow night at the Fox Theater, where you can still get tickets.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Believe it or not.
I got to go, guys. I got to start getting ready.
Brando can't do his Finally Friday song today. I'm guessing you can't sing the song you just wrote. You're not ready, I'm guessing.
No, I don't have. Well, I don't
There's
know.
like 100 guitars on the. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a song from Glaze.
Yeah,
we don't
maybe.
know. No
Oh,
pressure.
well, that would be interesting.
Okay.
And we got a game to play, too, which I was hoping you would come in so we could play a game. So we'll do that
fun.
momentarily.
Randos. The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
We're joined by a true Hollywood insider, Nikki Glaser, on the show this morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
I have all the secrets.
I think you have thoughts here. So Emma
I do.
Stone's real name isn't Emma, it is Emily. And I think we've talked about this before.
Shocking.
And she's maybe even said something like, my friends call me Emily. But the reason she changed it when she got into acting, there was already an Emily Stone. And I guess...
And now she beat
sang or
her out.
whatever.
She had her killed.
She kind of did.
I mean, she can be herself now, but we're not going to call you Emily. I mean, can she really change it now? Is she serious about this? Or we were just talking about how things can be taken out of context, and she could have just been like, yeah, you know what? I wish everyone would call me Emily. She could have said it like sarcastically, and then it's printed like she's changing her name.
Yeah, we all have to change it now.
Yeah.
She said if a fan comes up to her and calls her Emma, she's like, I'm not going to correct them and be like, I'm sorry, it's Emily.
Yeah.
If she can change her stuff on like the new movies, it'll be like Emily Stone. I guess does she have 2 Oscars now? Or does she just have 1?
I think she has 2.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That is crazy. I guess when you get to that level, you can do what you want. I knew a girl in high school who changed her name from Emily to Emma, and we were all like, give me a break.
I like it. In high school, just those moments where you just do like I changed the spelling of my middle name, but my friend spelled her name Lauren like regular spelling and then made a Y in it in high school, and obviously dropped it by the time she was
But that's
an adult.
different than like having to correct people and be like, actually, it's it's like it wasn't like freshman year. It was like sophomore, junior years. It was sophomore year probably, and it was like you can't change your name.
Yes.
We know you. We already know you.
I was just saying, like, when these celebrities do these interviews and their quotes are taken out of context, and we all of a sudden are like, she's demanding, and she could have just been joking. I was doing an interview the other day for my new special coming out on May 11th on HBO called Someday You'll Die. But the guy was like, it's good to see you again. And I'm like, you too. And he's like, so do you remember the last time we talked? Do you know what happened? And I was like, what happened? He's like, I ended up in your special. And I was like, what? So my last special, I had a joke about how I did an interview, and I said that it's more valuable to me to be hot than funny, and how that was the quote that was taken out of context. And he took it out of context because I said, yes, it's more valuable to be hot than funny, but can you please not print this? Like, so that was the joke, was like, I really did say that. And I was like, oh my God. And then he goes, what's going to be taken out of context this time? And then we got to the end of the interview, and there were so many things that I had said as jokes or part of jokes that if you quoted them would get me canceled immediately.
Right. And then it would make you look silly. You're like, why is she telling the world this? It's like, I was asked these questions.
Yeah. And I was just like, I was maybe quoting someone else, and they can just say that I said that. Like, they could say that instead of I said,
it's
he
like
said.
the Wayne Gretzky thing.
What happened?
It says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And then in quotations, and then it says Wayne Gretzky. And then in quotations, it says Michael Scott.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
he said
That's
that quote
so
that someone else
funny.
has asked.
Yes, exactly.
Like, he used it as his quote.
Jimmy Kimmel did his best to make Carol Burnett's 91st birthday a memorable one. So recently, Carol Burnett was asked what she wanted to do for her birthday, and her answer was Bradley Cooper. Everyone got a big old laugh. Well,
That's hilarious.
she was on Kimmel, and Jimmy got Bradley Cooper to record a message for her.
I just wanted to wish you a very happy 91st birthday. I've been such a massive fan of yours ever since I was a kid, watched your show religiously, and it's a thrill to leave you this message. I hope to meet you one day and maybe even work together.
Yeah, come on, man.
I hope you have a great day.
That's not what she wanted.
That's not what she wanted, though.
That's not what she wanted.
She was very excited, but it's like, no.
That's cute.
Bradley needs to show up.
Yeah, he should have been shirtless in that.
Shirtless, dancing
He
around.
is probably still suffering from the loss of Maestro and not winning anything for that.
You think he's in?
Because that
he's
was
like,
so,
I wore a
he was so
false
obsessed.
nose.
Yes. He would like study conductors for hours. I mean, he was obsessive in that. It was really good, but like, I bet he's still pretty upset.
But I think he got like kind of lucky with what was that other movie he did with the Lady Gaga?
Yeah, A Star is Born.
Oh,
Like, that didn't deserve.
A Nikki is bored. That movie.
I think
There's so much hype.
When something like that happens, he's like, oh, I did A Star is Born and everybody loved it. What if I really tried even harder? And it's like, no, you got lucky.
He was great in it, but it's like just actors taking themselves too seriously. Get out! What you aren't a hero.
Yeah, you're just an actor.
You're a nerd. You're a nerd.
Pretending to be somebody else.
You're like You're memorizing lines. You're pretending to be someone else. You are a theater nerd, and like we uphold them like they've done. They're like as cool as athletes or something, and they're not. They just aren't.
Or like they should be. Their opinions should be like worth something to us.
Yeah.
Even comedians. Like I've always been saying this, but I just heard Tim Dillon, one of my favorite comedians, pretty much say the same thing in a really great way. But he's like, we're dumb. Like, don't cancel us. Don't take anything we say seriously. Do you think we're like politicians or educated? We are trying to be funny. Have nothing we say it won't affect anything. Don't worry. Lay off.
Right.
Just let us be stupid. I say things into microphones all the time, and I sound like I know what I'm talking about, and then people can get mad of like, that's a bad take. It's like, no one should take any of my takes. I'm
That's what
dumb.
Jon Stewart used to say, too.
Yeah.
And then even when he was, either when he came back or when he left, he was like, all the satire, all the funny things, all the things he did for years and years and years. And he's like, and look at us now. We really did something. It's like, no. It amounted to nothing. It might have made things worse.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get their news from
comedy.
Totally. From The Daily Show or from, I watch all the monologues. I listen to them when I drive in the morning, and I'm like, I think this is where I'm getting my news. I don't think this is probably the right thing that I should be doing, but I like my news with a dose of laugh.
I love when I make people upset with opinion I have, because it's just like, it's so funny that they think that I'm going to impact any kind of change, like that people are going to leave this tiny show we're at, and they're sitting there like, well, I like being a mom, and she's mad she doesn't want to be a mom, so maybe I'm not a good I'm like, no, I'm an idiot. I'm just jealous that you want kids and I don't. Like, it's coming from a different place. Don't take anything I say seriously.
Right.
People walking out of shows. Why?
Well, because people are like really
into being offended.
Yes.
Have you ever walked out of a movie or a show or anything?
Movies all the time, because
Really?
it insults my intelligence. Like as comedies especially, where I'm just like, we watched an episode of a show last night that I would have walked out of had I wanted to walk out of our relationship, honestly, because you introduced me to this show. We were looking at each other. We've loved this show for 8 episodes, and we get to the
6 episodes.
6 episodes, and there's 2 left, and we're watching the 7th, and we've been waiting for months because we haven't been together for so long. We're finally catching up on this, and this show, Colin from Accounts, 1 through 6, amazing.
Awesome.
And then it drops the ball so heavy on this episode that Chris and I were trying to think about who we told to watch this.
Yeah,
breaks your
because
heart.
we were like, oh no, they're going to think we think this is good. It's just like all these characters suddenly abandon who they are. And they're, when you watch a show and you're like, you wouldn't really get mad about that thing. She's being so irrational. It's kind of how I felt about a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, where I'm like, everyone he meets is the biggest jerk ever. So not understanding, confronts him. Every woman Larry David ever comes across is completely doesn't understand subtlety, is yappy and annoyed. Like, it's just like, after a while you just go, can we base this a little bit in reality?
Just a little bit more.
Tether it a little bit more.
Yes.
Even the Curb this last season, I just finished watching it, and it was great.
That's what I heard. I haven't seen it.
But the thing is, like, when we know Larry David has $500 million, like, we know he's one of the richest people on the planet, and when he's out there squabbling about $2,000 or $3,000, and like, it's not really necessarily like bound by principle, you're like, what is he even talking about?
Well, that actually I feel like is realistic, because people who have that much money are that crazy about little
You might be
things.
right. Yeah.
Like, don't you think the richest people you know are the cheapest?
Not all of them, but yeah, there is a decent amount. But, but not all of them.
Yeah.
There's this one guy. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him? Yeah.
I could get into it, but yeah, it's really disappointing when you see people that are like doing the math on a tip. Like, like when you're like, you have $10 million and you're carrying the one to make sure you don't tip over 15%. You loser.
Quit
you can't give this
carrying
person
the one.
$5. That's the thing about tipping. You can change someone's day if you tip $5 extra. A waitress, like that really will change the next hour of her life, where she's like, I thought I was going to make $3 on this and I made $8. Like, if you have $5 extra, why don't you just go around changing people's lives?
Change the lives.
It's such a good feeling to do. Yesterday, I tipped $10 in this jar that only had and my mom goes, oh, you are so, she said to the people, she is the most generous person I know. And I felt so good about myself. It feels good
You're right,
to
Mom.
tip well. It does. It's good for me. I get things out of it. She announced it to the whole place. She just is so generous. She bought me this car. It made me feel good, but why wouldn't you do that for people? It's nothing to you.
Right. When you can, for the rich people.
Yeah, it's if you're rich, is what I'm saying.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, don't you feel like as someone who's recognized, you feel extra pressure to tip because you don't want to walk out and then be like, I thought she was had a lot of money and she only left me.
That's a good point. I never think about that because I would tip even if I would never not do it. There's no part of me that's like, I got to do this.
Or you go over the top and then you end up in one of these stories. Because we'll do these stories all the time.
They tipped $1,000 on a $20 bill. Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't done that kind of thing yet where it's like wild, but that'll be fun.
You've done close to that before. Like you did somewhat recently, you did something extraordinary. God, where were we? And you really did right by somebody. It was awesome.
Yeah, it feels good. But I do it for me. People are like, you're so generous. I'm like, no, this feels really good to me.
Yeah.
I like it so much.
What
it's selfish,
was that?
Almost.
You've done it a few times where it's like, whoa, it wasn't like you tipped somebody $10,000, but you gave somebody like $500 or something. There's a few times you do well with that.
Thank you.
It's one of your
Well, it really is selfish because it makes me feel good, but it brings other people joy too.
Yeah.
Why don't people do it? I just don't get it. Just an extra and just even $2 extra if you're not rich can change that person's day.
It's the best kind of selfishness.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff on the blog today. Madonna has her kids on tour with her. She posted a bunch of pictures. There's a new trailer for a movie called The Exorcism on the blog today. That's got Russell Crowe in it, and it's about a guy who is in a movie about an exorcism, and then it all, things go bad. So it's like a story within a story.
You're in Crowe, man. I like Russell Crowe.
Okay.
This I talked about earlier, and I got to bring it up. So there's a fans tribute to the long-lost Nickelodeon star from the 90s, Stick Stickly. Now, the name may not ring a bell, but I bet you guys remember. It's a little stick figure.
It's like a tongue depressor.
A tongue depressor with eyeballs.
With
and
eyes.
he hosted all the shows on Nickelodeon for a while there. And he had little adventures or whatever. And this guy's he has a theory that Stick Stickly is dead. And so he's calling him out in this little video. It's on the blog today. Very funny. It makes you feel like, all right, Stick Stickly's going to come back.
Oh, there we go.
Stick Stickly movie.
At some point, maybe there's a movie. I don't know. But it's one of those things that I'd completely forgot about Stick Stickly until this video.
I love that when there's something nostalgic. There's a subreddit called Nostalgia. And if you were a child of the 80s or 90s, anywhere in there, they find things that have been so deeply put away in your brain that you go like, I can't believe that's there. And it gives you the surge through your whole body. I send them to my sister all the time because this subreddit Nostalgia will light you up so much. It's things that you think that you would never even imagine someone remembered. Like just the way like a pencil case looked or like, a flavor of cereal or something like, but it's so many things. It's a really fun journey over there. I recommend it.
A bunch of other stuff on the blog today if you want to check it out, 1065thearch.com. New movies out this weekend. We've got just one, basically, that Challengers, that Zendaya movie.
Oh, yeah. I hear it's good.
And it looks a little salacious.
People are saying it's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just heard someone said it was really good.
I like Zendaya, but...
Yeah.
I was like, have you seen that like every Spider-Man has gone on to like almost immediately do a war movie, and every Mary Jane in the Spider-Man movies went and did a tennis movie.
Oh my God.
Emma Stone.
That's
Emily.
Kirsten Dunst. Emily, sorry.
How dare you? We just talked about
it right.
That's great.
On TV this weekend, the NFL draft, that's all going on. So I think ABC's carrying that. We mentioned earlier this morning, Hulu has available now that series about Bon Jovi called Thank You, Good Night, the Bon Jovi story. And also premiering today on Paramount Plus, the premiere of Knuckles.
Wait, I have some breaking Hollywood news.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to be doing the roast of Tom Brady.
Oh, baby.
All right. We've kind of alluded to that.
Well, yeah, you guys knew,
that?
but I didn't. It was supposed to be top secret until it happened. And then yesterday, I got a thing from my publicist that said, Robbie Pra from Netflix, who's like the guy that books me on it, did an interview and he gave it away that you're going to be on it. And I'm like, he gave it away?
So he gave you away, but not everybody else?
Not everyone else.
Oh, that's a great
But I'm like,
tease.
I'm glad it's out of the bag because I've been going around town in LA trying out my set and like having to tell people I'm doing this thing.
Oh, and you couldn't say anything?
Well, I could say at these sets, like I'm doing the roast. So I guess it was out in that way, but like, I couldn't be public about it. But yeah, I'm doing May 5th. It's on Netflix. It'll be live on Netflix May 5th. So that's in a week and a day.
It's going to be the biggest show of the year. A roast of Tom Brady.
Yes.
It's going to be
on
huge.
Netflix.
It's at the Forum. It's 20,000. It's in front of 20,000 people and it's live. It's the biggest audience I've ever performed for by double. You know, like it's insane.
A
and
live
then,
roast?
Yes.
That sounds very dangerous.
It's so. The reason roasts are really watchable is because they've been in an edit. Like people bomb so bad. People that you know, we all knew the situation bombed. Like at a roast, it was kind of they couldn't make it look nice. But so many more people bomb than you think, and they make it look really good. Like I've never bombed at a roast. Knock on
Knock on
something. This isn't a real wood. Where's one?
There's none.
Here's one. Okay, I think this is plastic. Oh no, I really am so superstitious.
Yeah, we're in a
knock on wood. Knock
There's
on wood.
wood on there.
But yeah, the live May 5th on Netflix. Check that out.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Tom Brady.
It's the biggest show of the year.
I think so. I think it's going to be a huge deal.
And what about the show tomorrow night?
And tomorrow night I'm live at the Fox Theater. Yeah, and there's like 300 tickets left, I think.
It's selling out fast.
And
Chris said it's gone
sold
fast yesterday.
Like, a fourth of those got sold yesterday.
So it's like, last minute. But people, it'll sell out because people always, I mean, there's usually a lot more tickets left a couple days before than that. So I can't wait. That's the hugest venue I've played here by far. And a lot of special surprises. You guys will be there?
We will be there.
Yeah.
It's
exciting.
And you gotta maybe you're gonna do a song.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
There might be a couple songs.
Ooh, a couple of songs.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
Well, speaking of another show we've got coming up, that Can You Feel the Punk tonight? Tim's doing Disney songs, basically punk versions. We have tickets to give away, and we could do that right now.
So fun.
Looking for caller number 10, 314-954-1065 or 618-398-1065. You'll get a pair of tickets to the show. It's Saturday, May 11th at the pageant. Tim and Moon from our sister station, The Point, and then a bunch of friends that they know from bands are going to be performing Disney songs. So if you want to win those tickets, you just give us a call.
The Courtney Show.
Let's play for real or no deal. Let's play for real or no deal. And guess what's right or what's wrong. And guess what's right or what's wrong.
Well, now we're cooking in here. We got guests aplenty. So Nikki Glaser joining us this morning, and now Mark Klose is here.
Oh, thank you.
Good morning.
That took the room down quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
International comedian and local guy. Yeah.
I was expecting a thunderous applause. It's got nothing.
It's just a smattering.
As a Courtney Show listener, I love a Mark Klose appearance.
Yeah.
I'm always excited when you're in.
It is
always.
nice. Great voice, right?
Yeah, and just like a fun vibe. And you're hilarious.
Wow, you're very kind.
Yeah.
I still got to check your pop sot in his band.
Oh, yeah.
We play 61 Roadhouse
That's
also.
right.
And I've heard nothing.
Blaze and the Moon Kings.
Nothing but good things about it.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say I've heard nothing about it.
I've heard nothing. I've
Literally nothing.
So funny.
anything at all would be a plus at this point. No. Nothing but good.
He's going to love that he's listening right now. That's so funny.
That'll be his intro. Please welcome.
You were going to be the drummer in his band, and he's like, I'm done with
Not
it.
at this
I'm
point.
out.
Ain't happening.
You're not playing at Snooks with me anytime soon.
That's right. Snooks. I just saw somebody. I don't know if it was your dad at Snooks.
He plays at Schnucks all the time. It
Okay.
probably wasn't him. I don't think he's had a gig there in a little bit,
Okay.
but it could have been him.
I was there the other day, and somebody was doing a Frampton tune.
Yeah.
Baby, I Love Your Way, and was killing it.
But it's so fun.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, the Schnucks on Manchester.
Yes,
but by 270. Yeah.
the-
That's great.
It's the best.
I love that they're doing it.
Is that the best Schnooks?
People must walk in there and so confused when they see a
Yeah.
live band. I mean, there's nothing like. When does that ever happen?
Where are we?
It's so cool.
Imagine coming in from another state or another
And I
country
guess this
being
is
like,
like a St. Louis
I gotta
thing?
go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And there's somebody's being like,
They're like, they tell
"Ooh,
jokes
baby,
on Halloween and they play
There's
music
a
at grocery
kitchen
stores.
up there. I did like a cooking show
Yes.
up there,
Yeah.
and they had studio cameras and everything. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, that's wild. And the could you imagine too? Mr. Glaser's playing, and then you're like, is that Nikki Glaser singing with an handsome devil?
Wow. Times are tough in the comedy gigs here, man.
Produce section of the country.
Doing what you can. Make a buck or two, yeah.
All right, well, I got everybody here, so we're going to play a game. We're going to play it earlier, but it's not much fun to play a game with just Chris against himself. So this is going to work out better. So it's for real or no deal. Yesterday, Ted Drewes celebrated their 95th anniversary. So place been around for a long time. So this is for real or no deal. Are these actual menu items at Ted Drewes, or is it completely made up? So it's no deal.
Okay.
Does anyone go to Ted Drewes with
No.
any regularity?
I mean, I'm at least, a handful of times a year.
Okay, so
Really?
you might have the
maybe,
advantage here.
once or twice, maybe more,
Yeah.
maybe
Because some of these things I think have probably been on the menu for forever. So early odds are on you.
I don't look at the menu. I only get like a vanilla scoop of ice cream.
Gotcha.
That's
So
what I
some
get.
of these are
You get a what?
concretes.
A scoop of vanilla ice cream?
Yeah, or like a vanilla milkshake.
Ooh, party animal.
Going crazy.
Ted Drew's. Vanilla, please.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, what's with this guy? Out of towner.
And I was turn it upside down and it falls on the ground. They're like, that's not doesn't
the
apply.
one.
Not what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do here. What are you, crazy? So could you keep score, do you think?
Oh yeah.
With the three of you?
Yeah.
So for real or no deal, let me get this ready. Is this an actual flavor, a concrete, a specialty sundae or whatever at Ted Drew's? The cardinal sin, for real
Yes.
or no deal?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
No, we
No,
can all just do
whatever,
it. Yeah.
whatever you want.
But
Yeah.
you have to be like, if you're positive, you might not want to sound positive
'Cause
and go
then that-
first, because then we'll be like, well, if Mark knows that's a thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
see, a little strategy.
There's
Never
some
mind.
So for real or no deal?
I'm going to say
cardinal
for
sin.
real.
What do you say, Nikki?
What'd you say?
Is it for real or no deal? Cardinal sin.
When did you say? Did you say that before?
Yeah, just yeah.
What was I? Where was I?
You were
I was
smart. You were
waiting
look-
for a
you were-
flavor.
I got
Looking at
half
me.
of
I
the
was really zoned out.
got
zoned out.
half of the
Cardinal
word
sin?
out.
Oh, 100% real.
Yeah, that's
For real.
absolutely for real. I got like half of cardinal sin out, and Mark
Yeah,
just
sure.
hammered it.
Okay,
I
maybe
really need to
that
check
was
the
it.
rules
That's
before
my
I start
favorite.
playing.
That's my favorite.
Time-
Dutchman Delight, for real or no deal?
For real.
No deal.
No deal. For
It's a
real.
real one.
Okay.
Jump, Java, and Whale, for real or no deal?
For real.
No deal.
No deal. No deal.
I made that one up.
good.
Is this a real Ted Drew's flavor or specialty sundae or concrete? Tiramisu. For
real.
or no deal?
For real.
For real. For real.
Talk about that one a lot.
Yeah.
For real or no deal? Banana Kablama.
For real.
No deal.
No deal. No deal.
Brandon was tired on the way to work.
Did you say
I said for real, yeah.
For real, I got it.
Banana kablama? What was
That's funny.
It felt very Brando to
Yeah,
me.
that's a good point. I got to think about the source.
I'm worried that some of my fake flavors are going to turn out. Somebody's going to
yeah.
steal them and
No,
turn it
sure.
into something. For real or no deal? Susan. For real or no deal?
Real because it's so weird.
No deal.
No deal. No deal.
What? Why would you pick Susan?
Why would you think it was real?
But like, why? Because it's so weird. Why would that be one that anyone would think that is real?
Just trying to trick you.
I'll take a Susan and a banana kablama, please.
That's so funny.
For real or no deal? Southern Delight.
No deal.
No deal.
Deal. For real.
It's so
Again,
boring. that
I
you're
really
like,
have to read the rules of this contest.
Yeah.
Well, Mark. Sure. Yeah, Mark's in the lead, but to be fair, Mark was there on opening day when Ted Drew's opened.
Oh,
so-
well, yeah.
Ouch. Ouch.
When it was just for
Ouch.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow. There's no gals. It was like me and a couple of
Women's-
dinosaurs
you
went
stay
down
in the
to
car.
Chippewa. and
This is
that's-
just-
Tack that on later.
Ice
Yeah.
cream for Dad. For real or no deal? Christy.
Real deal.
Yeah, I think this is where Susan came from.
Yeah, yeah.
You like the Christy, and then you go, oh, Susan, but you said Susan before to like throw us off. So yes, real, 100%.
Did you say real?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say no deal just to try to catch up to Mark.
Okay. For real.
Yeah, you know my trick.
That's where Susan. I was wondering, why would you do Susan? Oh, it's because there's one called
Susan.
Christy.
You got to throw the curveball in there.
Yeah.
Really?
For real or no deal, Route 66. And it's ROOT, so it's like root beer, I guess.
Yeah.
Route
Oh,
66.
That's
for
yeah.
real
I
or
think
no
that's
deal?
clever.
I hope
that says
so.
real.
No deal.
That's a good one, Brando.
That's right. They
that's
should
clever.
do that one. They should make that one. For real or no deal, I meant what I said.
No deal.
That's
No
a
deal.
Brando.
No deal.
Yes.
Wow. This isn't much of a contest, is it?
For real or no deal, the Bernard. For real or no deal?
No.
No deal.
No deal.
No, for real. For real.
No deal.
For real or no deal, Foxtrot. I'm sorry, Fox Treat. For real or no deal, Fox Treat.
Not real.
No deal.
Oh, somebody who's playing the Fox Theater this weekend?
Yeah, no, I think that's why he did it.
Oh, okay.
That's why he did it.
So you say no deal?
I say no deal.
Yeah.
You both said no deal?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think it's no deal.
For real!
Oh, man.
Could have got a point there.
Yeah, I could have caught up.
For real or no deal, St. Charles Rocky Road.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal. Oh, that's such an obvious no deal. That should be a flavor. For real or no deal, Crater Copernicus. For
No
real
deal.
or no deal?
No deal. What is it? No, that's real because it doesn't make any sense. It's not like clever.
Did everyone answer?
No, I'm saying
Okay.
real deal.
For real!
Oh, my God.
You ready to give up, Conby?
You're
getting smoked, man.
It's 9 to 6 to 5. So Mark's got 9.
Mark's way
I have
out in the
6 and
lead.
Nikki has 5.
Well, there's more to go here. For real or no deal, Lewis and Peppermint Bark.
No.
No.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
Come on. Get it? Lewis and Clark.
Yep.
Lewis and Peppermint Bark.
We got it. We got it.
You're laughing.
We got it.
That's
Was
funny.
that before or after your first glass of milk today? Had you waken up yet?
I think that's a good one.
That's cute.
For real or no deal, Cookies and Screamin' Eagle.
No deal.
No deal. No deal.
Not tricking you on these. For real or no deal, the Mildred. For real or no deal?
For real.
No deal.
No deal.
For real! Somebody got a point.
Screaming back.
Yeah, one called the Mildred. For real or no deal, Meet Me in St. Gooey.
No.
No deal.
Yeah,
No
it's
deal.
MEAT.
But that's good.
It's one of the few meat shakes that they offer. No, I'm going no deal. No deal.
That's not true. For real or no deal, Redbird Tracks.
Yeah, real.
No, I think it would be like Tiger Tracks. Redbird Tracks?
Well, like Fredbird, but you probably can't say Fredbird.
Yeah.
No deal. You
No
said
deal.
That's what Brando's reasoning was
Yeah.
when he made it Redbird.
Yeah.
Okay.
No deal.
No
But
deal.
yeah, I'd say real.
No deal.
For real or no deal, Dottie.
Real. Because this is also the Susan thing.
Well, and
Yeah, but maybe I went back in for.
you know who Dottie is, right?
No.
That's his wife.
Oh, yeah, there's a Dottie.
Yeah,
for
there was
sure.
a Dottie.
Yeah.
There better be, or they.
Dottie Drew.
She would own the joint. Yeah. I'll
Oh,
go
Dottie Drew's an adorable name.
Yeah.
Cute.
No deal.
Deal.
For real! For
If you
real?
don't want name one after your wife, she's going to own the joint
Yeah, no
anyway.
kidding.
So yeah.
What kind of a score do we have here?
It's Mark's got 12. I have
8.
8, and Nikki has 8.
Oh man. Well, let's see if we can.
Do you have to make some up on the fly here?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what do we got left. For real or no deal? All shook up. For real or no deal?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
For real.
No deal.
No deal.
For real.
Blazes.
That's a point.
Coming on strong.
Yeah, coming on real strong.
For real or no deal? Bluesberry Crunch. For real or no deal?
No deal.
Bluesberry Crunch.
Real.
No deal. No deal.
Mark. For real or no deal? The Missouri Compromise.
Oh, God, I wish that was real.
No,
That
not
should
real.
be real. Shoot, I want it to be real. You said no deal?
No deal.
What are you saying?
No deal.
It's not real, but I'm going to say for real.
No deal.
It should be, right?
It should be.
It's like two different
Come on,
flavors
Ted.
that don't go together. And last one, for real or no deal? Chuck berries and cream.
No deal.
Oh, no deal. That's so funny.
Mark Close wins. Nikki comes in second. I come in third.
All right, we've got
That's the best part.
we've got Survey Says coming up. It's the Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
Time to play. Time to play Survey Says. We're gonna play. Gonna play Survey Says.
Survey Says brought to you by Audi Exchange in Kirkwood. Shop the construction sales event at Audi Kirkwood. Visit AudiKirkwood.com. Our host of Survey Says, Emily, is here. We got a full house for you.
Real
What's
full
up,
house.
guys?
Hey.
Got a bunch of stars in here. Kind of intimidated.
Yeah, name one.
Yeah. Wrong again.
Radio legend.
Wrong again.
Yeah. Legend. That's another word for old guy. Is all that is.
Guy.
Legend, old guy. Still alive.
So, yeah, Mark Klose is here. Nikki Glaser is hanging out with us this morning, and we've got a bunch of questions about 4 people on the show, 2 of which are not in the room right now.
Right.
And we'll just act like that's normal.
Yeah, it is for your show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
We can pretend that Nikki and Mark are Courtney and
Yeah, well, I want them
Tim.
to weigh in, too, on
Here's a pack of Kent Lights.
I wish I could do her laugh.
Smoke 'em up, Johnny.
Your smoke break is in 10 minutes. All right. So
what
here
do-
we
what
go.
do you have for us
All right,
this
the
morning?
first one is who on the show has been in the most weddings?
Who've been in the most weddings?
In the most weddings.
I think they'll say me, but I bet it's Brando or Tim.
Yeah, I think they'll say you too.
But it's not me.
Not
Because
Courtney?
you seem the
You
most
think
social.
Oh yeah, Courtney.
like they might just.
I think it was Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Tim
really
too.
has been? I don't.
Tim
I mean, how
wants
many
to be.
times have
Tim
been
would
in
like
those?
love to be. Most people are like, oh, I have to be in a
Yeah.
wedding. But
Yeah.
Tim would be like, yeah, I'll be there, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can see Tim's enthusiasm. And Courtney does not want to be in a wedding.
No.
She doesn't
No.
want to wear a dress that someone tells her to wear.
No.
She does. That's not her vibe. So
And
not
there's
Courtney.
Probably a lot of people that would want her to be in a wedding,
oh,
but she's
yeah.
just like,
Yeah. If I ever like found the right person and was going to get married to somebody,
Wait a
You'd
minute.
want
Somebody-
Courtney in your
I
wedding.
would have Courtney. Yeah.
Bring me up to speed on that, would you? I'm missing something there.
Yeah, I think they'll say Courtney, but I think it probably is Tim. But I have no evidence to back that up.
She's out there for you, Chris.
So they actually said Chris.
They said Chris.
Hell, she may be in this room.
You just never know.
Keep searching.
They said Courtney?
They said
They
Chris.
said Chris.
Oh, Chris.
They said
Chris. Oh, yeah, they were right.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
know you guys.
Frat
so
brother
well.
life, all that kind of stuff.
Probably the
I
day
wasn't
you
in a
showed
frat.
up. You showed up in the tux the day. Remember when you
Yeah,
you were at the
Yeah.
fundraiser?
and the best picture of me of all time, yeah, it's from that day.
Yeah. So they
I
probably
literally think that picture was what distracted me when I was like totally checked out. I'm not joking. That's such a hot picture of you.
Yeah, I looked great that day.
Yeah.
For,
I was-
for
I
about
was like,
30
whoa,
seconds.
who's that guy?
Yeah, I was the most handsome
I
person
bet
on the
he's
planet.
got a lucky lady.
Yeah, you marry him.
All right. What's next?
Next question. Who on the show is probably the fastest typist?
Ooh.
Courtney.
Man, I am.
Or
pretty,
Brando.
I'm
No.
pretty fast.
Yeah, with those fingers though, those hands.
It really depends on the keyboard. I had like a laptop that had like one of those little
Yeah.
keyboards, and I was like, I can't type on
Right.
this dumb
But you're
thing.
fast otherwise, so it's probably.
I think so. Who? I
We
took
were gonna do it-
keyboarding. You
we-
took keyboarding, didn't you?
It's not me.
We should do a test.
We
at the
were
break.
going to do a test one day on air, and then I like found a system,
That's
and then we
right.
just didn't do it.
I don't think we did it.
Yesterday, I was on a Google Doc with a bunch of people, and I was typing something in, and someone on the meeting goes, "Whoa, someone can type fast," and I like blushed. I was so excited.
So
it was like the
proud.
best compliment of my life.
It's like being good at a sport.
It's
You're like,
so.
yeah, that's right.
There's some part of me from 8th grade that's like Mavis Beacon teaches typing. That's what we learned on.
Man,
That
yeah,
I was
there
like,
is I'm the one.
I felt so cool. Yeah, but I would say that they'd probably think, Brando, because he's running things.
I think they'll say Tim because he played the keyboard, and he does make the joke
right.
about that. So that's my
I
guess.
think they might say me, even though that's probably not true, because I text people back.
Oh, yeah.
That came up.
It did
Yeah.
come up,
Yeah.
but it wasn't me that won.
Right.
No, it wasn't you that won. It was actually Brando.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was Brando.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably accurate.
It might be. I don't
well,
know.
from your
We're gonna
HR day,
find
from
out.
your previous
From my- yes.
non-radio career,
my writing
Right.
days,
where we had to
basically.
read and write and type and all that.
It'd be interesting to test. We should
gonna.
plan to do it and not do it again.
Yes. Yeah.
There is a video game somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
There's a video game for it.
I bet texting. I bet Nikki would smoke all of us.
I bet
I can do it without
blows us
looking.
away.
You can do like
Really?
Do you want me to? I'll text you something right now. Tell me what to text you, and I'll look at you and do it. We can continue this game. Sorry. I'm just changing the game. Okay, tell me to text something.
text the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Oh, she's just looking right at me.
Yep.
Is she
It's making me
texting?
feel
Yeah, she's
weird.
not even
she's never
blinking.
looked at me this
She
long.
didn't blink.
No.
This would be great.
The quick brown fox jumped over the R laundry.
Close.
I think that's
pretty
what you
good.
said.
Yeah, I'll edit the podcast so that that's what I said. And then we have to do a reaction where I'll be like, quick brown fox jumped over the or the R laundry. Oh! She did it. Edit.
All right, what's next?
Next. Okay, who on the show would get the most beads in New Orleans? The most beads.
Oh, I thought it was
Courtney,
like
because she has
bees, like picking
those
up
bead
ladies.
getters.
Bead getters.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
what
been.
bead.
Yes.
She
yes.
does have bead
She's
getters.
got
Oh,
some
yes.
big bead getters.
Yes, she does.
I
Yeah.
know Courtney. She's not going to, I don't see her showing them to anyone, but she's the only one that,
Yeah.
I think that they will enjoy answering Courtney.
yeah.
Same
They'll
here.
think that that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Enjoy
yeah.
saying Courtney. Yeah. So,
But
and
she's
they-
not.
She would
She doesn't
never.
want a bead.
No.
No.
At all.
She wants nothing to do with your
No,
beads.
none of that. It's not happening.
Nick, however, will show his.
Nick?
and
Oh.
get a bunch of
I
beads.
did a
gonna get the
joke. I was
most.
just in New Orleans and I said I was on the, I was doing a joke about aging and what happens to your body. And I was like, oh, yeah, I flashed someone and this guy on a balcony threw up.
Okay, what's up?
Next is who on the show probably went through a skateboarding phase?
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll want.
I don't think he's through it personally.
Did you?
I think he's probably
Yeah,
still
he's
doing it.
smack dab in the
It's
middle
funny
of
they
it.
said
Yeah.
the other night I was like, should I get back on a skateboard?
I don't know about
I
that.
saw somebody
Wise
doing
idea.
tricks. I saw somebody doing tricks, and then there's this new thing that you could put on your wheels where the wheels won't move, and so you could just do tricks without, just learn them stationary, and then take those things off, and then do the tricks. I was like, I need to get back into this.
Interesting.
So you legitimately had a skateboard and
I had a skateboard
Went through the
time
skateboard
in my
thing.
life. I had a longboard. Yeah, I wasn't like a skateboarder. I wasn't good.
did Tim give it a
No,
shot?
God, no.
I know, it would be dangerous.
And unfortunately, the skateboard era gave way to I was just born at the exact wrong time. I started doing rollerblading instead of skateboarding because
yeah.
skateboarding was big. Then rollerblading was like way bigger, like grinding and stuff. And then everybody's like, rollerblading is very uncool. Just kidding. We're going back to skateboarding.
And we haven't left since.
And nobody's left since. And then I'm better at skateboarding or at rollerblading than I am at. So I don't look cool.
I've seen you carry another human on your back
Yes.
while rollerblading.
I guess I'm not that
Briefly.
good at that either. So who did they say?
They'll
They
say
said
Chris.
me, right?
No, they didn't say you. They actually said Brando got more votes than you.
Really?
No, that's not true.
It's the flannel grunge.
Oh,
yeah.
I dressed like it, but
You're
I
either
wasn't.
a lumberjack or a grunge kid. We're not
I
sure.
think I
which.
had a skateboard, but was unable to use it.
Yeah, but no, Tim got the most votes.
That's crazy.
Tim did, yeah.
Wow. They are way
Yeah.
off on that. I would
know.
venture to say that he has been on a skateboard maybe one time.
Really?
I would say that, yeah, maybe even less than
Seems
that.
like an immediate injury.
Yeah, it's not his style at all. But
You know.
maybe I'll get back out there. Who's with me?
Let's do it.
Not me, but
Have
I'll
a good
watch.
time.
I'll have the
in the
camera
hallway. Your
pointed
kitchen,
right
That
at you.
special lady is going to really love this. That you take your skateboard that doesn't move.
I'm looking.
The cool part about all the tricks is not.
I'm looking for a
Super
guy.
impressive. Super
I'm looking for a
It'd be
guy
great with
who's
your
into
mini trampoline.
searching for a guy who's into soft rock and skateboards that only go straight.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, any more?
One more.
All right.
Okay. Who on the show would make the best dog walker?
Tim, because it's already what he is.
Well, but Courtney has been walking the dog a lot.
Peebo.
Yeah.
But she's very trip prone.
That's true. She might fall. I think people might say me on this one.
I'd say Tim.
I'm not walking any dogs. I should get 0 votes.
You didn't get 0 votes. But Courtney got like almost half the votes. So it's
Oh, really?
Courtney. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the dog guy.
Yeah. Sponsor plug. She loves New Balance and dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
Of course, you picked the
Sponsored
one
plug.
out with the sponsor plug.
I
Thank
may
you
have
so
edited
much,
that.
Emily.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Emily. We appreciate you coming in. And sometimes nothing hurt our feelings today.
No, it was
Which is
pretty. It was
rare.
pretty. I think we need to go
Except
for
for
it
when-
next week.
Yeah,
Some of the
maybe.
stuff Nikki was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly
we
about
did
you,
that
but
But it only hurt
everyone
your
else
feelings.
seemed fine,
so
yeah.
it doesn't really
So that
count.
doesn't really count.
Doesn't really count.
You have to have feelings.
Yes, in order to do yes.
That
Yes.
survey says brought to you by Audi Exchange in Kirkwood. Shop the construction sales event at Audi Kirkwood. Visit AudiKirkwood.com.
We just played Survey Says. We had fun playing Survey Says.
First 5 notes on 106.5 The Arch.
First 5 notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. Get honest value and quality furniture. Shop Carroll House because you like nice things. We have lots of guests in the studio this morning. Nikki Glaser here. Mark Klose is here. And Sherry in St. Anne. She's on the phone. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
Now, you're going to be playing to win some tickets today. We got a 4-pack of lawn tickets to go see New Kids on the Block with Paula Abdul, DJ Jazzy Jeff. That show is June 22nd at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And usually we let you choose who to play against, but then when we have a guest, we have the guest play. We have 2 guests. Chris, I don't know what to do.
I think they both play against.
They're both playing?
Yeah. And I mean, it's tough because
we don't do anything.
You basically aren't going to do it.
That's really tough.
You guys can be on her side. It will help with clues and all the stuff we usually do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even understand why there is ever anyone assigned.
There's really no point to this game.
It's literally pointless.
It's like when you used to go on at midnight. It's like there's
no points
point
are
of
just
anything.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah.
It's a
I like
completely
giving clues,
pointless
though.
program if you really pay attention.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll need help.
Okay,
All right.
good.
All right, Sherry. Well, we're ready. Are you ready?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Here's song number 1.
Oh, geez.
We can give her clues?
We can give her clues.
Yeah.
When you realize who it is, you'll be like,
yeah. And when you sneeze, you go,
huh?
You got half of it.
You got half of it.
You got half of it.
That was a hell of a clue.
Yeah, that
Thank
was really
you.
good.
That's really good.
Wow.
I don't know.
All right, this is a tough one.
Yeah, I know. Do you recognize the song, Sherry?
I recognize it.
Okay, we just can't get to the... So let's try to sing it out. So it's,
No. Real high.
If you can get any of those 3 words right there, they just say them over and over again.
Something on me.
No, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the opposite of give?
Get.
It's kind of
Give and...
Say it again.
Give and...
Take.
Yes. Okay.
Take on me.
Nice job. You knew it. It was in your heart.
In your heart, Sherry.
Great job, Sherry.
It was.
Wow. She's amazed.
Man.
All right, you are 1 for
nervous.
1. You have one for 1. Here's song number 2. I'll give you a hint. This is not true for Mark Klose.
I don't know what this is.
I can't
I
remember what
recognize
it's.
that too.
I'm sure it's something
It's
snarky since Chris came up
delayed
with it.
joke.
Yeah.
Guy singer from England. Got this hair that stands straight up.
Yeah. Plays Vegas a lot. Does residency in Vegas.
It's got a real scratchy throat. Kind of like me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Started his career with Rod Stewart.
Well, that's the guy's name.
That's what I was going to say.
I teed that one. I was saying.
I think Mark just got the point. Uh-oh.
I was trying to say started his career with Jeff Beck.
Yes. No.
He looks
there's
a
a
lot
clue
like
for you.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Well, it sort of proves my point that I made earlier.
Yes, because the song is called Forever Young.
Yes. And feeble on top of it. Wow, man, was that
Sherry
brutal.
might lose.
Yeah, Sherry could. If Mark has another senior moment.
And there will be, believe me.
All right, Sherry.
Oh, my God.
It is 1-1. And if Nikki gets this, it could be 3-way tie.
Oh, my gosh, what do we do?
So
Everybody gets one ticket.
Yeah. Yes. All right, here's song number 3.
Billy Idol.
Great way to end it, Sherry. Not going to let this go away. Way to go, Sherry and St. Anne. You got a 4-pack of lawn tickets to New Kids on the Block, the Magic Summer Tour with special guests Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Saturday, June 22nd at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. They do have the special Magic Pack that is 4 tickets for just $89 plus the fees. That's basically what we're giving away this week. Get all the details for those tickets and a bonus chance to win free tickets for New Kids on the Block right now, either at 1065thearch.com or at the Arch mobile app. So, Sherry, hold on. I got to get some information from you, get you hooked up with those tickets, and we will play First 5 Notes again next week for a whole new ticket on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
Welcome back to The Courtney Show. Courtney is out. Tim Convey is out. But we've got some major upgrades in here.
I know.
Nikki
Wow.
Glaser's here and Mark Klose.
Hello.
It's pretty exciting.
You never call me Nikki. That's so funny to hear you say my name.
Did I say the full name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Do you say glaze more often than anything? 'Cause
Yes.
I
Is that what
I
it
always
is?
hear
There's
glaze.
nothing else. There's no... I would fall on the ground if you ever called me babe or like hun. We don't do that.
Not too much of that?
No.
No, you do that with
I say babe to you.
Well, so you say babe to a lot of people.
To women.
Yeah.
Yeah, to my girlfriends and then to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say it to other guys? Like,
I think I did once accidentally, like a friend that I look at as like almost like a girlfriend, and it felt very weird. Yeah. Babe.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Babe. Instead of doing Texas right now, I think we're going to do, we're going to talk about Taylor Swift a little bit, because one question that
because she's not being talked about enough.
Well, that's actually
We
part
gotta
of
get
it.
her
That's
back
actually
into the
part of it.
news.
Because like I think people go through a little bit of like, if you're not a big Taylor Swift fan, sort of like with my Hamilton thing, where I'm like, I don't get Hamilton, I don't care about it. It's like, what do you have to say to people that, like, it's not that people are hating, but that are like going through Taylor fatigue? Like, what do they need to understand?
Turn off anything that is. Don't read the things about her, and don't listen to her music if you don't like it.
Yeah.
But the reason she's popular is because she's great, and I'm right. Like, we're not wrong for liking her. Like, she's global. There's no one more famous. That no one can even touch her. So I always am like, if you don't like her, you're kind of in the wrong. Like, we've all agreed. Like, if there was an election, she would win. Like, sorry, you're wrong.
An election for what?
For just
anything.
literally anything.
Oh, no, you could put her up for president. Honest to God, she'd win.
Without
She could run for
question.
queen.
Well,
Yes.
that's kind of a great question for you, because you do have like a great idea of like the history of music. At what other points that you are aware of have we seen something like this? Is it just the Beatles and Michael Jackson?
That's the Beatles, and I was always, there's rock and roll, and then there's the Beatles. There's two categories.
Yeah.
And I think there might be three with Taylor Swift. And again, I could not tell you, Shake It Up, Shake It.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only song by her,
Right.
because she did it with Paul McCartney one time. I don't know her music.
Yeah.
My daughter loves her. Saw her at SoFi, said it's the
Yes.
most amazing show
Yes.
she's ever seen. Ray, our program director over K, saw it and said,
No way,
said it
Ray?
was one of the best shows
You're
he ever
kidding
saw.
me?
And you can't, like Nikki, you cannot deny it. For
You
whatever,
can't deny it. That's
yeah.
what I like about it. I was a Swiftie for so long, but before this new surge of her, and I was kind of like always defending it and being like, I know, it's like, it's girly, and it's like kind of, people can roll their eyes at it. And then this all happened, and I'm like, oh, it's like I was right.
Right.
I feel so validated that she's so extraordinarily famous, because it's undeniable. And why are you good? Anyone who's like, I don't get it, it's just like, well, just shut up, because it brings joy to people. It's not hurting you.
It's a little harsher than I was hoping to hear. 'Cause
Sorry.
It's more. it was more like the people that are like.
Swifties are on the defense
It
this
isn't.
week.
Sure.
That's what it is. That's the thing, is everybody's so defensive about it, and it's like, what about the people that are like just don't understand what's going on?
That's okay.
Yeah.
We don't understand you for not getting it.
It's so defensive.
well, I think it's defensive to constantly be like, I don't get it.
But that's not the person I'm talking about. Is the rude person being like, I don't get it. It's the person who's like, hey, what is happening here? Because I don't understand.
It's not
it.
malicious. They just
The
they literally just
thing
don't
is that
understand.
I think what people don't understand is that she affects people on an emotional level.
Yeah,
that
because
is
they
like,
get defensive.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
I think people get defensive of things that they like. I love this album, and I don't know how to describe it, but my life is so good because I'm a Swiftie. It is an amazing life to live right now, because I get so much content all the time. I connect with other people on this deep level. I was on a plane last week, and I was wearing a Taylor Swift shirt, and I met these two girls, and we had these intense conversations. My tour manager and my opener traveling with me are just looking at me like, do you know these people? Like, we just have instant connection. Instant
shortcut.
friendship.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I am so grateful to be this and to have this relationship. And yes, I do feel like she's my best friend. I have all that para-social relationship that everyone rolls their eyes about. But as someone who has fans that also have that with me, they're right. Like, if you think you could be best friends with me, you're right. So I think I'm right too, and that I know the other side of it. So I'm not like, I don't think Taylor Swift's like, these people think they know me and they don't. We do, because she says more in her music than any artist is giving anyone. If we are reading between the lines, which we are, and doing deciphering and decoding all this stuff, you have an intimate knowledge of this person's psyche and emotional state. And you just feel super connected, and you feel, it's just, you just feel we had growing up as girls, all we had was like Britney Spears, and there's not been, this is like
You had
the
Tori
Joni
Amos.
Yeah, we did have Tori Amos. You're not wrong about that. And Alanis Morissette for some of the anger, but there hasn't been anyone really.
Right.
It's just been, we're fed so much garbage about how we're supposed to look and how we're supposed to feel. And she kind of cuts through that for us for some reason.
And it's empowering.
So empowering.
That's one thing I noticed at those shows is it just feels like there's a confidence level of people that are at that show that feels like it's nice. It's like seeing people being like happy and confident.
You know the feeling you get when you like have met someone new and you're like in love, like that early stage of like I can't wait to get home and text them and call them.
No idea.
We even
Chris
felt
has
that
never
for.
seen that. I felt it.
There's no way that any of us here feel that because we've been in
Right.
relationships for a while. But like this week, after my shows, I was like having that feeling of like, oh, I get to like go and spend time and like intimately get to know someone. And I was like, what is this? Because I don't have anyone that I'm doing this with. And I go, oh my God, it's this album. I haven't felt this way
That's
since I was like in an
amazing.
early
That's
stage
amazing.
of a relationship. And it's a great feeling to have.
Right.
Like I just,
well,
it's ridiculous. And I do feel very immature at times. And like, people can roll their eyes all day, but it's just I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you get to feel like a kid again.
Yeah. Right.
Who was like that for you? Was there anybody like
the Beatles.
McCartney?
The Beatles
Yeah.
like that?
The
My
Beatles,
dad's like that for the Beatles as well.
Yeah, we saw him in Ed Sullivan, and everybody's wearing long hair and learning how to play guitar and singing songs, and just she's the closest thing I've ever seen to it.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
that-
she's that big. She's got global. In fact, she hit she started country. Did you ever hear the story about Kiowski?
No.
Our boss. When she was doing country, I'll make it real fast. They're down. They go to Nashville for an event, and she's there. And Taylor's brand new. She goes, "Hey, would you listen to a couple of my songs?" So they go to sit down, and the guy goes, "Oh, we got to go." They come back, and she goes, "Hey, could you do it?" They go into a staircase, and she sings a couple of songs for him. All right, this is when she's brand new, and then proceeds to send John and the program director a Christmas card 6 years in a row, addressed to him, mentioning his wife's name and his kid's name. 6 years in a row.
This is what I'm talking
that's
about.
Her. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So above and beyond the music. And then she gives $55 million in bonuses to her
crazy.
people.
Yep.
That's what I admire about her. Again, I don't know her music, but
Totally.
as a person, she's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
She's doing some good things.
Absolutely.
She really is. And this album,
I heard
people
she
can say whatever they
takes
want.
a good job. Takes really good care of her lawn as well.
You know, I heard that she is very much yes.
Oh, she put the pre-emergent down.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
in
was
all of
well
her
ahead of the
estates.
She's always on top
Covered
of it.
in pre-emergent.
Taylor wouldn't have missed that. Not my girl.
All right. Well, I might read some of these texts on Monday, but thank you so much to everybody who texted in. Everybody's been really nice about both of you.
Oh.
And they're very excited about the Nikki show this weekend. Nobody mentioned Close Quarters even once. I'm just kidding. They have.
Well, I want to say thank you to you last night because you let me take you through the new album, and
Yes.
teach you. You didn't really even ask, but I just go, I need
Well,
to.
no, I did ask. I was curious.
No, yeah, I say that for humor, but you know,
Okay.
you actually were like, that was so nice of you to let me like stand up and point out the lyrics on the screen and say, okay, now we're pausing this. Now this is actually about a guy that we thought it wasn't about.
Yeah.
But that's why I was like,
so
I'm going
fun.
to give Nikki an opportunity to like sell the Taylor
Yeah.
Swift universe to the
Right.
people that maybe don't understand it or don't get it. And she's like,
No, they'll
those
never get
people
it.
are wrong.
They'll never get it.
No,
it's like,
it's-
you know, someone,
it's the
they're not
people
going to be
that-
sold. People
not
are
true. It's just
angry
people
that we're
haven't
happy,
been-
and that's
that's
they
not
are.
true.
They
Actually,
are.
I think
That's a very Taylor Swift
Alex
way of
was-
looking at it, like creating an enemy out of people so that
Well, I just have
Write
to
a
deal
song
with.
about
I
him?
hear about
Yeah.
it so as a Taylor Swift fan. I hear it so much of like just the.
But like,
I guess I'm
Alex
responding
was
to that.
not on board with Taylor Swift
Yeah.
for many years, and then all of a sudden, I would get in the car and I'm like, "Are you listening to Taylor Swift?" And now she's a fan.
That's
So
why I say is there's no
happens.
everyone's a Taylor Swift fan. You just have not listened to her music enough. It will get you. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
will. I promise.
And
that's,
the new
that's what I
is
was
gonna get
looking
you, too.
for.
Right. The new album is my daughter told me is big. It's kind of a down. I mean, she's a little more
Yeah,
down.
there's not like a ton of
Poppy,
hits.
yeah, okay,
She's
okay.
doing what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And we're there for it. 31 new tracks.
Oh, my
it
Alex-
was a busy week of
Alex
learning
just
stuff for
texted.
me.
She said Amelia is now a Swiftie.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you got a new
Everyone
one.
is.
You got another one.
Yes, got her.
All right. That was Swift Chat here on The Courtney Show.
The Arch. The Courtney Show.
Well, today has been just an absolute delight.
Fun.
Started out with a 20-minute conversation about shirts.
Wow.
Really brought it home.
Look how tiny Kelly Clarkson got.
I know.
That is
Unbelievable.
not a recognizable person.
You're going to love Brando's take on how she looks right now. We'll save it for after the show.
Really?
Not appropriate for on air.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait.
It's not
She looks
sexist
great.
or misogynist or anything.
But I think she just said it wasn't Ozempic. But there's just
they're
no
lying.
way.
There's got to be,
But she
yeah.
seems so honest.
Wow. Man, I mean, that's big
How long
weight.
have I been in Hollywood?
It might be it might be like something that's not technically called Ozempic. It's just like a generic brand.
Right.
So she's like, I didn't take
not
Ozempic.
Oh, it's like the Kardashians saying they don't have implants in their butts
Right.
because they do injections.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
difference,
exactly.
right.
Right.
Plausible
Technicality.
denial.
Terminology.
Yes.
It's faux Zempic.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
no.
she's svelte.
We've never seen this many stars go from being whatever they were
Yes.
to
Oh my God.
super skinny.
So I'm doing the roast of Tom Brady live on Netflix on May 5th. It's this huge deal. Everyone that you would normally write fat jokes about, they're not fat.
Oh, no.
They're all like we pulled up picture, there's a bunch of people on the dais
Yeah.
that just hearing the name you go, okay, great, I'll just write a bunch
Yeah.
of fat jokes
Yeah.
because that's such a bountiful place to go. And you can go there on these roasts. And they're all, I have to lose so many jokes because they're all thin now. And they're not going to
Even
work.
Jeff Ross?
Jeff's skinny.
Oh, really?
Jeff.
Holy cow.
I saw him
but
the other
now-
night. He goes, well, they can still call me ugly. And I go, no.
That's actually a good area to go into. Like he took Ozempic and so now
there's
he's
something
just
about,
ugly.
Like,
Like, he used to be fat
Jeff,
and ugly.
he lost a lot of weight and it's still gross. Like it didn't
Halfway
change
there.
much.
Didn't help.
Yeah, but it's really like there's no.
Jeff used to be fat and ugly. Then he got on Ozempic, and so now he's just ugly.
Yeah, he's
That's got to be what it is. So when you see that major of a weight loss, it's either that or somebody's sick, one or the other. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's everybody. Post Malone, Kelly Clarkson, Mindy Kaling. Like it's everybody.
I've got friends that want to lose 10 pounds that are on it. I mean,
really,
girls, and they're like,
and it'll work.
It does work, but then you have to be on it forever.
Right, because the minute you quit,
it's gonna come back.
Exactly.
It's and yeah. I mean, I tried to get on it. I was like, I want to lose 10 pounds, and I really did this in a really desperate moment of my life. This is a dark moment.
Yeah.
And women listening, and even men, you know what I'm talking about when you're just like, my clothes don't fit, and you're like, let me maybe see if there's a quick fix. And I went to the Ozempic website and I typed in my measurements, and they were like, you're too thin for Ozempic, and I was like, all right. And I was like, thanks. I was like, stop.
And how do you do joke about it?
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna gain 100 pounds to lose 110. That's my way in. Because I want to get that extra down.
We would need to say thank you to, we had pretzels sent in, so it's National Pretzel Day, Philly Pretzel Factory. We mentioned them earlier this morning in celebration of National Pretzel Day. They're giving away a pretzel. If you stop by any of their locations, there's a bunch of them in the St. Louis area, South County, Baldwin, Ellisville, O'Fallon, Crystal City, and we've actually got one in Waterloo too. And they sent in a bunch of pretzels, so thank you for that. Nice. They got great selection, and you guys have dove in, and they're fantastic. So you can celebrate National Pretzel Day today at Philly Pretzel Factory if you want.
And one more pitch for my show Saturday night at the Fox.
Yes, please.
There's limited seats still available, but hey, if you're someone that has never been to a comedy show, this is the one that you should go to. And also, if you have nothing to do Saturday and you don't have any friends or anything, go alone. My shows are great to go alone too. You're not going to get roasted. You're not going to get called out for going alone. Tons of people go alone to my shows. It's something I tell people to do all the time. So single tickets are actually the ones available that you can get better seats than if you're going with someone. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to find a friend that gets, people can't get babysitters. So many people miss out on entertainment because they can't find friends to go with them. Don't let that be you. Not just my show. Go to things alone. I empower people to do that because it's not as awkward as you think it's going to be. And you don't have to check on someone the whole time to be like, are they having fun? I convinced them to go to this thing. They didn't laugh at that. Like, you just get to be there, and you can not laugh if you want to. You can laugh if you want to, and no one's going to judge you. Go alone.
And I love that often during your shows, you point that out to people. Like, just thank you for coming. I know it was hard to do.
People,
and it's
everyone
so
has social
fun to cancel
anxiety,
plans
and everyone makes a plan, and then you get to the day, and you're like, ugh. So yeah, just buy a ticket alone to my show, or not if you have friends. But if you don't have friends, no shame in that, and come out alone. I'll be your friend.
And then when's your special again? You've got
May 11th.
May 11th. And
yes,
is your
HBO.
show dropping that day too?
My show?
The
Lovers and Liars?
Lovers and Liars.
That's already out now. That is on its third, fourth episode aired last night, but it's on the CW app. I'm hearing rave reviews about it. I don't watch it because I don't watch myself, but I wish I could because the
Better
show,
watch
I lived
yourself.
this show. It's, watch yourself. It's called Lovers and Liars. It's on the CW. I host it. It's hilarious. And it is, if you are craving some really good, juicy reality dating competition show, because, Love is Blind isn't on right now, and Bachelor, Bachelorette aren't on. If you want to binge something, 4 episodes up now for free on the CW app. You don't have to do credit card information. Just download the CW app, watch them all right now for free, and catch up. And then it'll be every Thursday on the CW.
And she's so
Lovers
funny
and
on it.
Liars.
And if you watch F-Boy Island,
it's F-Girl Island, but we had to change the name because advertisers wouldn't pay for ads on a show called F-Girl.
the fellas that are on this show are from
F-Boy Island.
Yeah,
so they're back.
They're like
The
your
guys,
favorite guys.
Yeah, they're the best F-Boys that we've reformed, and now they're actually looking for love. And now we've gotten a bunch of girls to be like, okay, see how now the tables have turned. A bunch of these girls are lying about even liking you. And they lie the whole time, and these guys get walloped.
They just
it's
they fall for it because we're
real
just
good.
dumb guys.
Yes.
We're not smart
And
enough to-
I had no idea women could be this deceptive. I've never been on the receiving end of any of this, but I was shocked at how good of actresses these women were, how they pretended to like these guys, pretended to fall in love. And you are kind of playing the game along with them. You know some of the girls are there for the wrong reasons, but some of them you're like, which are they? So there's some gameplay that you get to play as well, and you also have like insider info. It's a really great show. And no one's watching it, so please do.
It is really funny. Like, Nikki's so funny on it.
I'm not insulted no one's watching it because
The
it's on the
problem with
CW, but if it were on Netflix, it would be the number one show because it's so good. It's just about people need to find it. And you will love it if you watch it. I know you will.
If you go to 1065thearch.com today, you'll see a blog. It's got all the stuff that we talked about today. We are way over today. So go to Nikki's show Saturday. Please do. Mark, you got anything to plug coming up? Nothing? Well,
band
you
gig
guys
next
got a
week.
band gig.
Next
Back
week,
next
but that's
week.
May 4th down at 61 Roadhouse.
yes,
Maybe you'll see you
love
pop
that
over there
place.
someplace. We have a good time.
May 4th.
May 4th, Saturday night.
great.
Yep.
Nice.
Perfect. We do have a great Taste Gang song of the day. Request came in from Tim Weir. He had pointed out that this week would have been Frank the Two Man's birthday. I think it was a big birthday. It would have been a big birthday for him. He wanted to hear a song for him. He was a big Prince fan, so that makes a lot of sense. So we'll do that. You can always request a song. Great Taste Gang song of the day at 1065thearch.com. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I really appreciate it. I think we had a good time today. And the show will be back, almost everyone back on Monday. Tim will be in, and then Courtney's back on Tuesday. So have a great weekend.
It's going to be great.
Oh, hey. Man, that was fun, wasn't it? Why don't we meet up later and I'll make you a sandwich at Salt and Smoke. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Tickles. Bye.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke. I like this podcast because it's made by real people who bring their own take on what's doing. Makes my day a little nicer to hear them talk. That's kind of what we try to do at Salt and Smoke. Real food from scratch, made the way we think is best to make your day have a little more flavor. Find your bestie at saltandsmokebbq.com. Oh, and Chris isn't that funny.